my two-way glue pen from Stampin' Up, and I'm going to add his little mouth and arms. I did some patterned Halloween paper. I figured he's a monster. He's supposed to look kind of creepy. So, I am going to glue this down. I just always give it a little pop because it's what I do. And then just add that to here. And then I have to move it. I can never just lay it on there straight. So I just kind of move them over. See? Make sure it works. Then I have to also, what I do is, if you look, I set the white parts on black paper because, forget it, I'll lose them. So, let's do the fangs, which I want to bling, I think. And then I'm just going to dot right there because that makes life a little bit easier. To just, and I know a lot of people use tweezers. For some reason, I'm not that great with them. It's okay though, I don't mind. I get it done how I get it done, I guess. And then there's a little thing, see? And then what I do too is I have Stampin' Dimensionals from Stampin' Up. I kind of like them because they're not real fat. You know, I have Pop Dots. Pop Dots are a little bit chunkier, these. If you look at the thickness of them, they're a little bit fatter. So, but these are kind of nice for what I want to do right now. Or not. So I'm going to have to cut this in half. And probably half again. But that's okay. I think this might just do it. It's a little over. So let's pull that off and cut the edge down. There we go. That's what I'm talking about there. I'm very nervous. This is my very first video. But I like to pop that eye up. I think that eye needs to be like, hello, I'm a monster. Let's put this back on to the Stampin' Up, because then I can use that for another eyeball if I can make it stick. And what I'm going to do, add the other eye. Just kind of pick it up. Now what I'll do with that eye is I'll add, because they give you a black dot for this eye, which makes no sense to me, but they should give you, well, they probably give you one for the other one too. But I think because it's so little, it's hard to deal with. So, see? How cute is he? Now usually, I have a black marker out here somewhere, but today, no I don't, so we'll get to that, definitely. What I think I might do is, because purple is going to be my background, how about a crazy purple? Look at that. That's kind of fun. And what I do, and I have Crystal Effects from Stampin' Up. I don't know what happened. My tip turned blue. But I will Crystal Effect that eye after I do his little horns and arms and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and I like to do the fingers because that seems to be where you have the most trouble. So I did those in printed paper too. I don't know if you can see. Maybe I need to zoom in. Or not. Okay. There's that. It's kind of weird. I would probably do this again in solid colors. I don't know. I mean, it's fun. It's different. It's kind of wacky. I don't like his tummy too much. I think he needs more in his tummy. But again, that's just me. I'll bling him up. Trust me. See what I do. So I just made them black horns because I'm going to use some glitter on them. And I just want it to be kind of easy to, see, I have to pick them up and move them. If you look, I kind of, that's why I like using the zig pens, or the two-way pens. They seem to work a little with me. And I also like the Tombow glue, because that one is slippery. So when I kind of need to move it around, it gives me the opportunity. So let's take that down to the line. Woo. Move it over. And I'm using mostly Stampin' Up! Paper because it handles the aggression, I think. And I don't mean, you know, to call it aggression, but it is. It's like I'm moving it and pushing it and trying to, you see, I broke his little neck, or bent it. Yeah, that's our little monster. He seems a little different, but I'm going to bling him up again. Like I said, I'm just going to take them and work them out here. I need a piece of scrap paper, so I print a lot of my own words. I'm going to do some dazzling diamonds on the wings, because I want the green to show. I like the green. And that's, I think that'll be pretty. And I do one wing at a time. I just throw some glue on and then pop it in, you know, the old Dazzling Diamonds container. Thank goodness. That was a YouTube thing I learned a long time ago. You guys have been great. And then I just tap, flip, tap, flip, tap, flip. Okay, kind of pretty. Pulling up his wings. Then he's not so scary, huh? I know those eyes are a little wacky. And I watch the paper, actually, the Can Company paper that Made by Momo used, and I fell in love with it. And I went to Michael's on Friday, and they had a 40% off sale on paper, and I was really excited to see it, so I grabbed it. I was like, whoa, yay me! So that was exciting. So there's his wings blinged. I'll give you guys a better up-close picture as soon as I'm done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little scrap under his ears, and then just glue those up. Or his horns, sorry. I suppose my son would correct me. And he's 14. Mom, those are not ears. Those are horns. Alright. I'm using, I love this glitter. It's sugar coating, and I don't know who it's by, but it's called sugar coating. It's really a great glitter. Oh, it's Doodlebug. It's a Doodlebug. So I'll just tap him off. And then a little more blinged out. And then what I'll do is I will tap this off, because it's easier just to pour back in from a larger piece of paper. And if we can spare, hey, it works. Pop it in. I always end up flipping it around. And then set that aside, pull this back over. I was going to glitter his arms, but I'm not going to. I think I'm going to leave him like that. I don't know if you can really see him or not. And then, here. I'm learning how to work my camera, so please forgive me. I don't know if you can see his little blingies, but he's blinging. It's just enough. So, let's set him aside to dry a little with his little weak neck. Now, I'm going to use a purple card. It's Stampin' Up! I am almost positive that it is a retired color, which breaks my heart because some of those colors were fantastic. I'm going to use my mono adhesive. I do have an ATG, but I just find this to be a little bit easier. You know what? And of course, this is your normal A2 card, cut in half. You know, it's a regular 8.5 by 11, cut to 5.5 by 4 1/4, and then you fold it. I use my trusty score pail, zip my bone folder along the edge, and I think I'm going to stick with this side because I just really like it. I love the polka dots, don't get me wrong. I'm an edge person. I like to go to the edge as much as I possibly can, and one in the middle for good measure. And then what I do is I just kind of eyeball it. I mean, I think that is the best way to do it, is to eyeball your edging, and then kind of lay it on there. Now we have a couple of options, and I'm not sure. I can pop him up directly on here, and then put his little blingy on his eyes, which is kind of cool. I mean, that's why I use the goofy paper, because it coordinates. It coordinates with this paper. I think that's what makes it so much fun. It's all from the same pack, and it makes them kind of go googly or whatever. So, but I think I'm going to do this down the middle, or I could use orange or green. Nah, green won't work because please green. I do have some things with orange over here, and it is a small beat up sheet, but that's okay, because you know why? It'll work. Trust me. Just clean it up a little. So what I'll do is I will make this piece at 2 inches. And then I think I'm going to put that down the middle. I don't know. I'm going to try it out. I usually lay everything out 1,000 times before I do it. So you guys can tell me what. Oh, see, I kind of like that. And then dot them up. And then you have Happy Halloween at the bottom. Alright, so I'm going to lay this flat. It kind of pops it all together. And you learn that as you go. And sometimes you get done and you're like, oh my, what was I thinking? And you know what, truly, I might be finished with this card in a minute and not like it. And be like, oh dear, what was I thinking? This was not my, okay, it's a little bit longer than my background paper. Alright. Not much though. There we go. Or not. Okay. Now I'm going to use my big thick pop dots for the dragon, because I just kind of like those. They're a little more heavier for this, and they pop them up a little bit higher. And I just like them, and I think he needs them because of his neck. Okay. More thickness. I'm putting them on the back of his head, and one on his body. And there you go. And then I think if I just kind of do him in the middle, it kind of pops off. And now he's a little crooked. There we go. Let's fix his little neck. Alright. He's on there. Now, see? That's not too bad. He's a little colorful, a little crazy. I don't think I like the mouth, but that's okay. We'll leave them. It's a learning curve. Crystal effect his eyes. I was going to put a sediment, but the whole back is loaded with them, so that's kind of funny. Okay. Now my crystal effects will come out tinted blue. The fun thing is it dries clear, so I just kind of let it go. There you go. Those will be fun, and if you look, when they dry, they're kind of raised up and crazy, and it's fun. You know what? Let's crystal effect his teeth, too. What the heck? That'll be kind of nuts, huh? There we go. Give him some bright, shiny white. And I think that makes him kind of fun. And then, how interesting. So, there you go. I don't, not too bad. Something different. something kind of fun. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.